Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Joy Lene back with another video. But before we get into it, please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. Tap the bell to get notifications, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram at pure.joylifestyle and TikTok at purejoylife, and I leave all the links and all the information in the description box below, so you have access to that as well. But let's go and get into today's video. Today we're going to talk about things that I wish I knew before getting pregnant. Oh my gosh, I feel like there's so many. I'm just going to highlight a few of my top ones. If you know anything about me, if you follow me on Instagram, you know that this pregnancy has not been easy by anybody. It's a stroke of imagination. I was sick for most of it. I dealt with a lot of symptoms, which felt like every single symptom that a person could possibly have, I had. So let's go ahead and let's get into it. Excuse me if you see me looking down. I have my notes here so I don't forget anything, because I want to make sure that I'm thorough for y'all. Make sure I'm thorough. First things first, things that I wish I knew. I wish that I knew, and again, these are all things that maybe other people do, but these are things that I feel that aren't really talked about a lot, and that you have to like dig deep to get information. So let me preface it with that. I wish I knew that being sick for longer than your first trimester is actually a common thing, because you always hear, oh, it's just your first trimester, which is 13 weeks. So it's like, oh, you know, first 12, 13 weeks, you're sick. I was sick all day, every day for 25 weeks. I was literally I was like 6 months pregnant by the time that I got through the phase of being sick all day. Now, I'm 32 weeks now when I'm making this. I still get nauseous and I still get sick from time to time, but it's definitely not an all day thing like it was. But before, it was so debilitating. I was just in bed all day. I was bedridden. I couldn't really move, didn't want to move. My day was run by making sure that I'm eating and taking my medicine. Some medicines would help and decrease, but I was still just sick all the time. But talking to some people, you would find out like, oh, hey, like this person was sick well into their second trimester as well. And it's just, I wish it was something that was talked about more frequently, or something that you would hear about. Yeah, so it wasn't just morning sickness. It was morning, it was afternoon, nighttime was terrible. Yeah, it was around the clock. So I wish I knew that it just didn't end. But it's actually really common for the sickness to end anywhere from week 18 to 22. That's kind of the sweet spot. So yeah, so if you get pregnant, don't think that automatically you're just gonna hit your second trimester and get this burst of energy and no longer be sick. It's actually more common for it to happen, you know, halfway through. So just food for thought. Another thing I wish I knew was ligament pain. Have you heard of ligament pain? Yeah, no. Ligament pain. It's this pain that you get in like your groin, like underneath your uterus, because your uterus is expanding and your body's not used to carrying all that extra weight. So a lot of times it'll put like, you know, strain and stress on your joints, and that's how you get ligament pain. And it's literally pain in your ligament. It hurts. Sometimes it's just like I had to crawl up the steps, and it just really hurt to walk, to move, to do anything. But I had never in my life have I heard of ligament pain. And once you know what it is, and you can like look up different things to how to like, you know, make it feel better, switching positions, you know, a warm shower, things of that nature. But at first you're just like, whoa, like what is this pain? Is this supposed to be here? Am I supposed to be feeling this? It's definitely scary and a little bit frightening. So I wish I knew that that was something that I was associated with, because I never in my life did I hear of ligament pain, never. Okay, the next things that I wish I knew have to deal with food. I wish I knew the money that I'd be spending on food. We have spent so much money on groceries. It's not even funny. I would love to go and just calculate how much money we've spent on food since May compared to like just from this year to like last year, because I know there's a major difference. I'm always snacking, I'm always eating. My husband likes to joke and he tells everybody, oh yeah, you know, Joy eats every 2 hours. and that's truly what it feels like. But the reason why you're snacking, eating so much, is to keep nausea at bay. The more you snack, the more food you have in your system, the less likely you are to feel nauseous and or to get sick. So anything that was gonna help your girl not be sick, I was gonna do. I also wish I knew about like that appetite change, especially once you hit your 3rd trimester. It's literally like the week I hit week 28 weeks, it was like, boom, it's on. I'm hungry all the time. It has increased like no other. And I could eat, say if I could eat 1 bowl of cereal, it's like now I can eat like 2.5 bowls of cereal. So that appetite increase is something serious. I've also put on the most weight in this 3rd trimester, but it's also because I'm eating so much. I just want to eat everything all the time. You want to eat for the next few weeks? I'm your girl. You will eat the same thing over and over out of just not even a craving, but just a comfort, because it's just like, alrighty, hey, I don't feel good, this makes me sick, this makes me sick, but I know that if I eat this, I won't get sick. So a lot of times I was eating the same thing over and over again because it was a safe food. Like literally, I think from May all the way up until now, it's October, almost November, I ate a bagel every single day for breakfast because it was my faithful. Cereal might make me sick, pancakes might make me sick, eggs, bacon. There was no surefire thing, but bagels was the one thing that did not make me sick. So I had it every single day. And you know, you're not used to eating the same thing every single day for months on end. So that was definitely something that took some getting used to, but hey, it made me feel better. I wish I knew about not being able to sleep on your back. Fun fact, if you stay on your back, if you lay on your back for more than just like laying back, okay, laying back like this is fine because you're sitting up, right? But if you're like laying like flat, like if I were to lay down for more than 30 minutes, typically it's after you are in your 3rd trimester, it can have some negative effects. For me, it was around 22 weeks. I had been laying on my back for about 25 minutes and I started to feel really, really faint. I started overheating, and I actually had passed out. But what happened was, when you lay on your back, it constricts the blood flow. So I wasn't getting the proper blood flow, and sometimes it messes with the baby's blood flow. And yeah, you get lightheaded and sometimes you end up fainting. So laying on your back is not necessarily good for you and the baby. So yeah, didn't know that. And let me tell you now, I'm absolutely paranoid to lay on my back, especially like when it comes time to sleep. So I always tend to sleep on my left side, which is the best side because that's how the baby gets the most blood flow. But if I can help it, your girl's not sleeping on her back. Nope. Also, the insomnia. I just want to sleep. And I thought that people maybe didn't sleep in the 3rd trimester because you're bigger, you're uncomfortable, you have to share this bed with your partner, and it's just, the body pillow's there, and you're getting up to pee. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, okay, this is why it's hard to sleep. No, it's hard to sleep because you're just up, your mind is racing, you're just up, and the baby's kicking you, so you can't sleep. So now I try to practice the whole, when you sleep and the baby sleeps, I try to practice that while the baby is in utero. So if the baby is calm and sleeping at 1 in the afternoon, hey, we're gonna go take that nap because I need to get my sleep in. But for whatever reason, babies like to be active at night. And a lot of times they're active at night because that's when, you haven't eaten in a while, your blood pressure drops. So naturally they're up. Hey mom, I'm hungry. So didn't know about insomnia and how real that was, and didn't know about sleeping on your back. Did not know. But the next things I'm about to share with you, it's about to get real. Okay, so these things were perhaps the hardest for me that I didn't know. Well, not that I necessarily didn't know, but I wish that I had known, was anxiety. I already have anxiety, which I thought was like, managed and under control. But the anxiety that being pregnant and having a child and caring for a child and being a sole caregiver for a child, because while the child is in utero, like it's just you. My spouse can't help me, but so much, So it's just like, you have to be mindful of what you're eating and how you're exercising, how you're caring for yourself, and that's just a lot. And I know with me being sick, I was wondering, oh my gosh, is my baby okay? I'm throwing up a lot. If you have, I don't know, it's like you're taking your glucose test and you're like, oh my gosh, do I have gestational diabetes? Maybe you have hypertension or a high heart rate, how does that affect my baby? Maybe you're stressed at work, how does that affect my baby? All of these things, everything that you're experiencing, how does that affect your baby in utero? So definitely the anxiety, all like the big tests really got to me. The anatomy scan, the glucose screening. I did the NIP testing, which is like the early testing where they test for like Down syndrome, trisomy 13, 18, 21, things like that. Again, we have been very blessed and very, very fortunate that everything came back fine. The anatomy scan with organs, the baby's blood flow, the placenta, amniotic fluid, the weight, everything came back A1. So thank you, Lord. We have been blessed, prayers from family members, friends, just, us. So fortunately, baby Smith is all right, but, I'd be lying to you if I said that I wasn't anxious about, what's to come every single time. So my anxiety was through the roof, my anxiety is through the roof, and I really wish that was something that I could have prepared myself for more. Because it's like I went into instant mom mode, because it's like I have to care for this human being in my body. Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot. The next thing is how much your body changing, that physical change really takes a mental toll on you. Like you see so many people like, oh my gosh, I'm pregnant, this is the best thing ever. Just the glow when I'm carrying life. That wasn't my story, okay? It was not my story. For me, I took a while to show to like pop, but it's just like, towards the latter end of my second trimester, the beginning of the third trimester, like to really see those changes. It's just like, oh my gosh. Even in the beginning, in my first trimester, when I first found out, I had really, really bad acne. You can't see it because I have on makeup, but I have scars all here on my face, and I have them all here on my face. And again, before being pregnant, I had clear skin, nothing. So for me to break out and I may have 10 pimples on this side and 6 on this one, some people may say, oh yeah, that's still mild acne, or you may even say it's mild because I can cover it up. But for me, looking in the mirror every single day, and I wasn't wearing makeup because I wasn't feeling well, looking at myself every single day in the mirror with all these marks on my face, it was hard for me because that's not how I normally look, and I had to learn how to talk positively to myself and how to get over it, and just not necessarily get over it, but cope with it. My stomach getting bigger, I didn't so much have an issue with it, but other people will make you feel insecure. It made me sad that I can't fit some of my clothes. I feel like I'm wearing the same things over and over again. It's so frustrating. One day something fits you, the next day it doesn't. So yeah, you have a lot of physical changes. I noticed I'm hairier. I have hair like on my thighs. I've never had hair on my thighs before. Like, what is that? So I'm just, insecure about things like that. And just, again, all of it's just the changes in your body, just the hormones. They talk about the smell and how you have like really bad BO post-pregnancy from hormones. I feel like it kicks in during pregnancy, and some of it may just be because I'm hot. I feel like under my arms because I'm sweating more, under my boobs. I just feel like I smell more. So I'm taking like 2 showers a day. I'm constantly making sure I'm putting on deodorant because I just felt like I just smell and I just feel dirty and I don't like it. So that was something else that I needed to come to grips with. And yeah, I just wish I knew that about pregnancy. I just really wish somebody would have told me that, okay? Why y'all ain't tell me? Okay, last but not least, the thing that I wish I knew about pregnancy would have to be the number one thing would be the change of relationships, both good and bad. I've had some people who, we were good friends, but I wouldn't have called them like a best friend. But I've seen people just step up in ways that have just blown me away immensely. People that I've known for a year or two have been there for me and have stepped up for me in a way that people I've known all my life, or people that I've known for 10 plus years haven't. So it was just amazing, and I just feel so blessed to have those people in my life who are really stepping up, who are, constantly checking in on me, who are, offering me advice and just sending me things and giving me kind words. Like it's really nice to see people, show up and show out for you. But there is the flip side. You do have people, family members, relatives, those best friends, people who you're close with, who you feel like just honestly, truthfully haven't done their part. And I know expectations is a thief of joy and that you shouldn't expect certain things from people, but naturally, family members, best friends, people that you're really close with, you expect them to step up to the plate. So, I've had, some changes there. And it's interesting talking to my friends that have had children. They're all like, oh yeah, I fought with my best friend my whole pregnancy. Or, oh yeah, I fought with my dad my whole pregnancy. Oh, I didn't talk to my brother. I didn't talk to my sister. Oh, my cousin, we were best friends before this. And I'm just like, so everybody had problems with somebody important in their lives? Like, apparently it's a thing. When you're pregnant, there's somebody that's going to stress you out. There's somebody that's going to annoy you, that's going to frustrate you. That is not going to be there for you. That's not going to do what you expect them to do. And it's a thing. And with your emotions and your hormones being what they are, a lot of times, it's hard for you to manage. So all I can say is just make sure you establish boundaries and do what's best for you and do what's best for your child. But also, while you have those relationships that you may be falling out of, you may never get back, also take the time to cherish those relationships that have really flourished and have blossomed and brought you so much joy and positivity during your pregnancy. But this is it for this video. I hope that these things were helpful for you guys and some things that you guys can remember if you are on your pregnancy journey, whether it's currently going on, whether it happens years from now, whether it happens in a month. Hopefully these are tips and things that, you can be like, wow, okay, I know that everybody didn't say it, but Joy said it. So thanks for watching. And don't forget to subscribe, tap the bell to get notifications. Follow me on Instagram at pure.joy. Follow me on TikTok at purejoylife. And stay tuned for the next video. I'm going to try to pump some content out for you guys before the baby comes. Because after the baby comes, I don't know what that's going to look like. But if there's anything that you guys want to see, leave it below in the comments. Thanks, guys.